Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I've got a really fun joy fold card for you. A little happy Father's Day. If your guy is like my guy and not necessarily a biggest sports fan and not a fisher or a hunter, I love the outdoor barbecue stamp set for my guy. This is from the January through June 2020 mini catalog, and it is on the retirement list. So you can get this stamp set while supplies last. We're gonna make this awesome fun fold card. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping here. I've got some scraps of Whisper White and a stitched circle from Whisper White. My stitched circle is the largest circle from the Stitched Shapes dies. This is 2 7/8 inch and stitched. Here I've got some Memento Tuxedo Black, and we're gonna do a little bit of stamping. The first thing I want to do is take this barbecue grill, and I'm gonna ink it up, and I'm gonna stamp twice. I'll show you in just a minute the idea here. We're gonna stamp our barbecue grill on the circle. We want to get it as high as we can get it because our sentiment's going to run underneath. And then we're going to ink up the top part of our barbecue, and we're going to stamp that dude on a scrap. Got my handy dandy mini grid paper here. Let's protect our space. Scrap of Whisper White, and we're just gonna get the top, leave the legs off this one. There we go. Slide that guy to the side. Let's make a couple of fun little accent pieces here. I'm really using up the scraps for this. I'm gonna grab a couple of little pieces of Whisper White, and I've got a ear of corn here and a little hamburger. Next up, we're going to do a little bottle of ketchup. Let me get another scrap. I love these kind of little things to use up all those bits. I'm going to stamp my ketchup bottle twice. First, I'm going to stamp it in Tuxedo Black, and then I'm going to clean it. Got my simple chamois here. Great way to clean up the ink with just water. Gonna stamp it a second time with Poppy Parade. Then we're gonna layer the two images to make a red ketchup bottle with white labels, black writing. So we'll do a little fussy cutting to make that come together. All right, there's our barbecue, our little food item embellishments. While we're stamping, I'm gonna grab some Night of Navy, and I have a piece of Seaside spray here, and this is about 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Gonna stamp the Love is in the Air, oh wait, that's barbecue, in Night of Navy on the Seaside spray. We want to leave enough room on the right hand side to stack up those little food embellishments. So we're going to stamp left of center. All right, while we're stamping, let's do our little inside bit, our Happy Father's Day. Let me slide all these guys to the side. I want a fun shape for the inside of my card, but one that can be concealed underneath the fun fold, so I know exactly where to write my message, and we can still enjoy the gorgeous designer series paper. So I'm going to use my stitched nested labels. We're going to cut the largest one from Whisper White cardstock. Got my big shot through here. Let's go ahead and run that one through. Now we've got plenty of room to write our message and a really neat way to display it. Before I take the big shot away, let's do a quick embossing. I'm going to grab my card base here. And the card base is 7.5 by 5.5, and you're gonna score at 3 1/4. Okay, so we're gonna add our card. Let's add our card front to our brick and mortar folder. Make sure your bricks run straight and don't go past the fold. Take your time, line it up, pop it on the platform, embossing plate over top, square everything up. Don't want to ruin your folder by scraping it along the edge of the machine. Run that brick and mortar texture. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? All right, now our inside sentiment is going to be a little builder sentiment. We're going to do Happy Father's Day, and that is from the Well Said stamp set. It's a fun mix and match greeting set. We're going to use Happy and Father's Day, mix and match. I'm going to put it on the lower left corner of our label. That gives me some room for a personalized message too. I like to stamp Father's Day first and then go back with Happy and center it above. I'm using Memento Tuxedo black ink. I could use Night of Navy here too. It'd be perfect. But look at that. Quick, easy, buildable greetings. I love the Well Said stamp set. We're still stamping. Now I have a piece of smoky slate cardstock. And this little guy is 8 inches long by 2.5 inches wide, and then it's scored at 4 inches. We want the fold on the right-hand side of our card base piece here. It's smoky slate. We're going to stamp in smoky slate. We're just going to add a nice texture. We're going to use a Gallery Grunge stamp set. This is also retiring from Stampin' Up. This is from the annual catalog, the 2019-2020 annual catalog. We're going to use this kind of random splotch pattern, and we're just going to add a little bit of interest to our smoky slate by stamping on smoky slate with smoky slate. We'll fill it up with a little texture. All right, I like the looks of that. It's just subtle. And grab your multi-purpose liquid glue and your card base pieces, plus a piece of Designer Series paper. This is Designer Series paper from the Country Club Designer Series paper pack. It's a 12 by 12 pack from Stampin' Up. Awesome for masculine, even our guys who don't golf. I love this paper because yes, it's got a golf theme. If you've got a golfer, you're gonna love it. But the B sides of the paper are very masculine and in some cases rather colorful patterns that I think are a lot of fun for men. So there's golf carts and plaid. Then there's argyle and golf bags. There's the one we're using today, another plaid with golf balls and tees. Let's see here. I love this Harlequin pattern. There's golfers on the back, kind of a sketch. Male and female golfers on the paper. So a nice one for your lady golfers too. Another argyle with fun golf images on the back. And I think we've got them all, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we missing a pattern? There's 6 two-sided patterns. Let's see, I think we're missing one. Oh, I know which one we're missing. A fun seaside spray argyle. Let's see. And then there's a seaside spray argyle, and it has flags on the other side. So great paper. It's retiring from Stampin' Up annual catalog, or from Stampin' Up January through June mini catalog. Our piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and we are going to glue that to the inside of the card. See, it's golf paper. but totally perfect for our barbecue card. Center that on the inside. Then we have our flap up with the brick and our next flap. Now with the next flap, you want to line that up so that the edges go from edge to edge on the designer series paper. And I've got this one about maybe an inch from the edge. We're going to go ahead and add our multi-purpose liquid glue on the back of this folded piece. And then we'll adhere it to the inside of our card. And square it up on the designer series paper. You want the folds along the edge and the open along the edge too. Can lift that guy up. Then our Happy Father's Day greeting, we want to just dry fit the placement, make sure it's not peeking out from the top. We can glue that guy to the inside of our card too. I like the plaid pattern because it helps me put my elements in nice and straight, not uphill or downhill. All right, so inside of our card is finished. Let's grab our elements here. I've got my barbecue grill, and we're gonna do a little bit of coloring. Let's get both of our barbecue grills. I'm gonna color my barbecue grill with Poppy Parade and Smoky Slate. Now our bottom barbecue is going to get layered with the second image so that we can have a nice dimensional looking barbecue grill. So we're going to take the bottom layer and we're just going to color in with light Poppy Parade just in case you can see it from under the edge. This is just for a finished, a nice clean finished project. This doesn't have to be shaded in any way. We just don't want it from the edge to be stark white underneath the popped up barbecue. So we'll just swipe in with the brush tip of the light Poppy Parade and fill that area. And then same with this little shelf off the side, just a little Smoky Slate and fill in just in case it shows it all from underneath the second layer. Then we're going to color the legs with Smoky Slate, and we're going to do a small little shadow. We don't need too much here because it's such a small area, but the artist drew in some shadows, so we can go over that with the dark Smoky Slate. And then same with the legs and the little wheel, and then down the legs again. That's our first layer barbecue. And then our second, our bumped layer, we're going to go ahead and color in Poppy Parade, and we're going to do our shadow, our shading with the dark Poppy Parade. Just simple two-tone blending with the Stampin' Blends. So work in sections. We'll do the top of the grill here first, and then we'll go back in the bottom of the grill. That way we've got wet ink to blend those shadows with. The artist gave us a great suggestions on how to get the shadows, so just follow what the artist has drawn in and use your dark Poppy Parade to add some shadows on your grill. And I'll follow over what the artist did, plus kind of along the edges to give it some dimension. And once I've gone over, and I'll blend them together. We'll do the same thing for the bottom half of the grill. All right, there's our Poppy Parade. Now, Smoky Slate. Same thing. We'll go in with the light, shadow with the dark, blend together, but we're also going to get that handle and dial. All right, so there's our barbecue grills. Our ketchup bottles are ready for trimming. Tomatoes on my burger with Poppy Parade. that we've got here. And it's just little streaks, just little layers of all the things that are stacked. We've got tomatoes and cheese and lettuce and onions and pickles. So we're gonna use quite a few colors to do this tiny little space. Got Daffodil Delight. We're gonna do the cheese on the burger. And while we're doing the cheese on the burger, we'll also do the kernels on the corn. So I'm gonna go in, I'm actually going in backwards this time. I'm gonna do the dark Daffodil Delight down the left side of the corn, and then just fill in with the light. There's our corn kernels. Got some light and dark granny apple green. We're gonna do our corn husk, light granny apple, and then we'll shadow with the dark. We'll use the granny apple green on the lettuce on our burger too. So I'm gonna go through with that darker granny apple. And then shadow in our corn with the darker granny apple. There are little tiny species, but lots of different colors, so it takes a minute to color. But it looks so cute. All right. We got rich raspberry. That's gonna be our red onions. And just a streak of light and dark, leaving some little white areas. This burger's got all the fixins. Got crumb cake for the bun. I'm gonna fill in with light, shadow a little bit with dark. I can't wait till I have cinnamon cider Stampin' Blends. I think that's going to be an even better color for my little hamburger bun. And then my pickles. I've got dark old olive. And I'm going to swipe it with a little bit of light sea foam. All done. Next up, a little fussy cutting. I'm going to cut out my grill, the part that we're going to pop up, just a little hair off of the stamped line. I'm going to cut out the burger. I'm going to cut out the corn. I'm going to cut out the pieces for the ketchup bottle, and then I'll meet you back here and we'll put together this barbecue beast. Okay, so I've cut out my little Poppy Parade ketchup bottle. Just a little hair of white all the way around. Now I'm going to cut out from the Memento Tuxedo Black version the little label for the front, and I'm going to cut out the label for the neck of the bottle. Alright, don't lose those little bits. Let's clear away the scraps and get some multi-purpose liquid glue. So we're going to dab a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. I like to put it right on the bottle, the bigger area, just dab it on and then layer the pieces over. And now we've got a really cool multicolor ketchup bottle with just a little bit of simple paper piecing. Uh-oh, I might need my take your pick tool for this little spot. So cute. All right, got a bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. Let's go ahead and glue our Whisper White stitched circle. We're gonna glue it to a scallop circle. This is cut from Poppy Parade, and it's the largest scallop circle from the Layering Circles dies. That one's a 3 1/16 inch scallop. Got Love is in the Air. Oh wait, that's barbecue. Let's flag the end with a little tailored tag punch here. Looks good. Now over to our card front. Be very careful not to glue your card closed here. We're going to add multi-purpose liquid glue to the center of that scallop. Bring that barbecue grill high of center and glue it to the smoky slate card base. Now you don't want any glue off the edges. You want to make sure your barbecue grill isn't uphill or downhill and it's nicely centered. We need some dimensionals now. Let's add our Love is in the Air banner with some dimensionals. Again, be careful. Don't go all the way to the ends of this banner because it is wider than the smoky slate card base piece, and you will glue your card closed. So watch your adhesive placement. You can put your Stampin' Dimensionals on the card instead of on the banner if that helps. I'm gonna center that underneath our barbecue. Got that funky second layer here. Let's add some Stampin' Dimensionals. I need a little half one on the chimney. Gotta support that little dude. A little half one on the shelf. Dimensionals are all sticky. Let's pop that up over the single color image. Looking good. Now we just got some embellishing to do. Let's grab multi-purpose liquid glue on the bottom of our little corn, and then we're going to grab a mini dimensional for the top half of our corn. Add that little guy. Then we can add multi-purpose liquid glue on the back of our ketchup bottle. Add that little guy. And our burger. A little multi-purpose liquid glue. Kind of a fun, jaunty angle. And there is our Outdoor Barbecue Father's Day Joyfold card. Inside, outside, fun fold. All right, if you've got any questions about the project, about the retiring products, if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com, and to shop 24/7, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.